and that's what I was doing.
But of course the bill met with the complete approbation of the House of Commons, didn't it, in its original form?
No, well, I don't think so, because the House of Commons...
It was unamended,
the House of Commons has voted on in support of the amendments. So that is the status.
No, let's go back before it goes to the Lords. The bill went through the House of Commons unamended, didn't it?
Are you suggesting that we should not make any changes to
which
any?
I'd be grateful if you would answer.
I just answered it, but I don't understand whether you're asking why any change should be made to any bill at all. Is that the question you're asking?
What I'm finding difficult to understand is that when a bill passes through the House of Commons unamended, and therefore clearly has the complete approbation of the House of Commons, you then change your approach completely. You don't tell the Commons that you're changing your approach. You don't have the courtesy to come before this committee so that this committee can scrutinise the changes that you're proposing. And then you come back to the Commons, it having gone through the Lords, presenting the Commons effectively with a fait accompli. Don't you think that's disrespectful of the House of Commons?
Well, first of all, I would dispute several of the things that you have said. This was a Lords amendment, so the change we would have had to make would always have been in the Lords. We rarely, if ever, give statements on changes to in the Lords. Like I said, I don't believe this is a policy change. We are still delivering the bill's intent. Secondly, the first time I was asked to attend this committee, I'd just been appointed. I didn't know anything about the bill. What would have been the point of me coming here to say, I don't know, I'm not sure yet? I wanted to make sure that I understood what I would be talking about before I sat in front of the committee. And at each time I was asked, 2 or 3 times I said I would come in front of the committee as soon as we could find a mutually convenient time. You know that as International Trade Secretary, I'm often not in the country, so of course that made things difficult. But also, something you're not saying is that we had private meetings, David. We had private meetings where we discussed this extensively because I knew you had concerns. And it's public knowledge that we had private meetings because when I thought I was having private and confidential meetings, I was reading the contents in the Daily Telegraph. So with respect, I would like to dispute quite a lot of what you have said. But secondly, you are saying that the Commons voted for this without any dispute and the Lords changed it. This is parliamentary process. One, this is not the Lords who changed it, but the Lords did support the change that I made to the schedule. And the reason why I made the change to the schedule is because I could see that the intent of the bill was not what was happening. What is the point of us as MPs voting through legislation which is not doing what we want it to do, just so we can say, well, we passed this legislation? Our job is to deliver for the people of this country. And what the people of the country want is reform that makes their lives better, not just saying we've deleted things from the statute book. That is my approach. I think I have done the right thing. It is not my job just to do what any predecessor does. It is my job to look through legislation, make sure it is working, and make sure it delivers to the people. And that is what I have done. And the Commons voted in support of it. The Commons could have voted against the schedule. It did not.
You were clearly concerned about the reception this bill would have in the Lords. Did you ever give consideration